everybody, welcome to Whiskey Cinema. Let's talk about some horror movies. Fun, family, spooktacular. Here we go. Hey everybody, welcome to Whiskey Cinema. I'm your host, Dano. With me as always is Brandon. How you doing, buddy?
Dude, so good. It's Halloween. It's October 1st.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the greatest month of them all. Spooky month.
So spooky. I'm really excited too. And they got a lot of great movies coming out this month and next month, which is awesome.
It's another month full of Halloween-themed episodes. It's the month that I look forward to. It's the only reason I do this podcast is for October. I just power through the rest of the months.
Well, your patience paid off. We're talking about some of our favorite Halloween, get you in the spirit of Halloween, fun, spooky movies, ones you grew up on. And every one of the ones we're going to talk about today gets me in the mood for Halloween. Some people have Christmas movies they like to watch every Christmas. These are some of the ones that are awesome that we love. Some don't love so much, but these are the movies that are Halloween fuel. They get you ready and rocking and rolling.
These are movies that I watch just throughout. Well, I watch every horror movie throughout the year, really.
Mm-hmm.
But these are ones I just watch because I'm like, I'm in the mood for something funny. I'm like, I'm gonna throw on this movie. I won't talk about them yet because I'm sure we'll jump into a lot of them. And I'm very curious to see where you go.
Oh,
froze. Froze big time. Oh, there you are. But yeah, I'm very curious to see where you go with yours. We're usually kind of on the same length, same wavelength.
Usually.
But we'll see if we are after this one. Fuck, man.
Dude, I'm about it. There's definitely a bunch of movies on here that fit the mold of underrated, overrated. I want to get into it right now. I first want to thank The Buzz for sponsoring us and thank everybody for watching right here. Please like and comment. Helps our stream out so much. Tell us what your favorite Halloween movies are that get you in the mood. But for right now, Brandon, I want to know what your underrated Halloween movie is.
Oh, man. Sit down because I got a few. I narrowed it down.
I got that.
I'm going to start off with Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. It was
so
on
good.
Netflix for the longest time.
Yeah, it lives there.
It still is. I don't think it is. Alan Tudyk. Who doesn't love Alan Tudyk? He's Hey the chicken from Moana.
He does other things, man.
Hey, we talk about their greatest accomplishments, and we are talking about Tucker and Dale and Moana.
Okay, well, geez.
And it's Tyler Labine. I think that's his last name. How you say it? Not great with him.
Yeah. No, awesome movie. It's funny. It's a spoof on slasher films where they're just two redneck buddies that just want to go out fishing and they run into college kids and the college kids keep dying around them and everyone thinks they're the slasher killers because they look like, crazy inbred deliverance guys, but they just want to fish. Really funny movie.
Fish and just work on their cabin. They're rebuilding their cabin. And they do the classic horror movie thing where they stop at a gas station. The teens, the rocks and cheerleaders stop at the gas station. There's creepy dudes. The creepy dudes are them, and they're not that creepy. They just come off a little creepy because they're in overalls.
Hey, man, we've all been there talking to a girl, hanging on the scythe, spinning around, stammering a little bit.
It's true. I come off creepy all the time.
You're not from here, ain't you?
I went on a date with a girl once. We're walking along a lake. We're on the pier because it's a lake. And I made a joke, a little creepy joke. She laughed. I was like, seriously, though, I have trash bags, Pine Sol, and bleach in my car. I really did. Okay,
so we'll just move on from this. This is incriminating. Timestamp this.
I went to deliver it to a bar. I used to be a delivery driver. Went to deliver it to a bar just on my way home. Fuckers weren't there. They were closed for the day, so I had all their shit. Like, I had a date tonight. I gotta go straight there. I ain't got time to drop this off back at work.
That's so funny.
I had killing supplies in the back of my car. Hey, Obviously, it worked. I got lucky.
So did she. She got to live.
I didn't say that.
Oh God, Tucker and Dale is a great underrated one to mention, especially because nobody's seen it, despite it being awesome and just different. Like I like a lot of these movies that get you in the spirit, or it's a twist on the movies that are like Halloween or Friday the 13th or those kinds of movies. I've got one that I watched recently with my niece. It's her favorite movie, which is Coraline. It's a stop motion animation. Everyone thinks it's Tim Burton, and I got to tell you, I watched this one and I thought, this is pretty creepy. This is pretty dark material for a kids movie.
Not good.
But they liked it.
It's a good movie.
Is this later on your list?
It's not. It could have been. To be honest, I completely forgot about it.
Man, I tell you, I was watching it and I was like, what's the premise? She's like, well, she sews buttons in your eyeballs. I go, who does? They go, the mean spider robot lady. I go, okay. And we watched it. And I remember thinking, this is a pretty dire villain for a show.
There's definitely creepy things about it, for sure.
Yeah.
That there's parts I like. To me, it was kind of an overrated movie. Everybody loves this movie. I'm like, meh.
It just missed my radar. I must have just missed it, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair. Your opinion is your own, and your whoever loves this movie is stupid. Your niece.
Come on. I'm gonna put buttons in your eyes for that.
Please, it'll improve.
Buttons. Sweet buttons.
Another one I had, talk about twists on old classics.
Let's go.
Freaky.
Yeah, Freaky. That's another one with Vince Vaughn.
With Vince Vaughn, it's we've talked about it before on this podcast a couple times. This was our Movie Mondays when we did that. I think both of ours. Vince Vaughn, Catherine Newton, switch bodies. It's Freaky Friday, but with a serial killer. So it's Vince Vaughn being a girl for 2 hours. I've said this about Jumanji. It's Jack Black being a girl for 2 hours. It's the same thing. I fucking love them both. It's
a very funny, brilliant take. Vince Vaughn, people forget about this because Vince Vaughn's funny. Vince Vaughn's 6'6". I mean, if he didn't say anything in the beginning of the movie, he's just the killer who's Vince Vaughn.
But if
you believe
like
it
in your arms.
Dude, you believe it. That guy's a killer. I mean, you're like 6'6", his face looks like this, but he's Vince Vaughn, so you love him. But if you didn't know he's Vince Vaughn, you'd be like, oh, okay, this guy's pretty creepy. Perfect turnaround.
She knows Vince Vaughn because obviously I've made her watch Wedding Crashers 80 times.
Yeah.
But she don't really know anything else he's in. So it wasn't hard for her to remove the fact that he's a comedic actor when he just starts slaying people at the beginning of the movie. Pretty cool, I might add.
Yeah.
The original kills in there. I like
it. Bursting through walls, smashing bottles through people's mouths, and then punching the glass in their throats. Pretty crazy.
I think this one had unfortunate timing to come out right when Rona really started to affect the world.
Oh, yeah.
And it just flew under the red. They did not know what to do, I think, with the movie maybe. And it just quietly got released, I think, to Amazon. And then it wasn't really ever talked about. I'm gonna do my shot with you right now. Cheers to Freaky. Freaky's one I had written down. I wanted to talk about. I didn't have it as underrated, but I should have. If you have HBO Max, check out. Oh, what's up, Rob? Rob's checking in. Hey, Rob. If you have HBO Max, Freaky is on there. I showed it to my brother and his wife, and I go, "Do you like it?" And they're like, "Yeah." And there's a scene where he's a girl. He's a girl in Vince Vaughn's body, and she's crushing on a high school kid. And there's a romantic scene that is so funny. Is it weird that I kind of want to kiss you right now? I don't know. Is it weird that I kind of want to kiss you back? And they just lean in and the cat. You're like, is this happening right now? Is it weird that I was super into that?
He hides his face, but I think that kid, I mean, even a straight kid, I'd be like, I got to kiss Vince Vaughn. I'd be like, motherfucker, I'm so jealous.
Dude. It seriously is an underrated movie.
Yeah.
Not because it was rated low, it's because nobody's seen it.
Right.
That is it. It got good ratings. So, yeah, I agree. It is definitely worth a shot.
I see what you did there. Cheers.
I'm going to take a shot to my next one, though. Because it's a childhood favorite.
Let's get that whiskey right there. Let's go. What you got?
Idle Hands.
Yeah, Idle Hands, man. Seth Green, Jessica Alba.
Devin Sawa, is that what you said?
Yeah, that guy. Every girl had a crush on him.
Oh, that dude, he made his living off of being from the 90s. He did not come out of it. Never seen him since.
Dude, Idle Hands with this guy is amazing. Jessica Alba, who I think is like 20 in this, has like a lingerie scene, and there's a trend going on TikTok right now where they're like watching a show and it shows like when everybody first like went through puberty watching someone hot on screen. I should do Idle Hands with Jessica Alba because I remember watching that as a kid going.
That movie was on repeat because I loved the comedy.
Great.
I loved the kills, but it was also on repeat because Jessica Alba, she's not too hard to look at. How
about when they put the hand in the microwave and it's rotating and the guy's burrito's in there? So he opens it, oh, my burrito, because it's exploding. And he pulls it out. And he's like, oh, he's like, well, it's still good. He starts eating it. You're like, bro, go on.
It goes through his neck.
I don't even remember why exactly his hand gets possessed. I might need to watch it again.
I don't remember exactly why either. I remember the dude with the giant jacked up truck.
Okay.
Being I don't remember. The villain of the movie, and you wanted the hand to kill him the whole time. And then they featured, God, what was it? I think it was Green Day or Sum 41.
No, it couldn't be Sum 41. That was too early. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. It might have been Between the Whites of Their Eyes. Offspring? I think it might have been Offspring.
Oh, it was Offspring. I'm pretty fine for a while.
I gotta say my favorite line from that movie, Seth Green and Foggy Nelson. I can't remember the actor's name, the guy from the Mighty Ducks. Very funny.
Mighty Ducks.
He says they come back as zombies, and there's no real reason, right? The hand comes through like some demonic possession or something, but they just come back as zombies. And they're like, why are you zombies? Because they're stoners? And they said, dude, when we died, there was like a big bright white light and like a bunch of pretty girls there. We're like, come to us, come hang out with us. We're like, fuck that, too far. We turned around, so here we are. I was like, I love that's an option to be a zombie, is laziness.
That's how The Walking Dead started, man. Nah, people are lazy these days. His name is Eldon Henson. Eldon Henson.
Oh, perfect.
Look it up. I knew it.
Idle Hands is a great one. Another good 90s movie. I mean, Halloween Town, if you want to go to some of these, and all 5 of its sequels.
I won't shit on Halloween Town because I watched it as an adult only.
That's hard.
I didn't watch it as a kid.
Yeah. Don't watch Brink now. It probably doesn't stand up.
Yeah. So I won't put that one anywhere on my list, just out of respect. I'm a nice guy. Yeah. That's all my underrateds.
Do you have more underrateds?
No, I think that's all. I could.
Okay.
I can go.
I got some I want to mention on the side, but I won't put them. I like the underrateds. Idle Hands is a funny one. I don't know if that's underrated, but I do know I love it.
It is, because it was, God, I think it's like 18% or something.
Whoa, that's so low.
I'll double check because, I like to be right every now and then.
By the way, movie news out there right now. Venom 2 just got released. I live in California. It's set in San Francisco. I read a San Francisco review of Venom 2. It was horrendous. They said it's like tentacle rape porn. Tom Hardy wrote this. You shouldn't be allowed near pointy scissors. Like, this guy was pissed that he had to watch this movie. By the way, saw the movie. It was good. It was better than the first one. Yeah, if you like the first one, you're going to like this one.
That's kind of how I felt. I like the first one. It's not a bad movie.
That guy's ridiculous. He's like, I can't believe this. I was just like, first of all, if you're trying to get people to not watch the movie by saying there's a lot of tentacle rape porn in it, I guess you don't know the community that well. I bought my ticket right then. Then I finished the article.
By the way, I was wrong. Idle Hands is 3% less than what I said. It's 15%.
That's really low.
So, yeah, underrated.
Well, I love all the positivity, man, but you know what? People don't come here for positivity. They come here to hear your negativity. What is an overrated Halloween movie.
This is the only category that I've had a hard time with. I'm finding it overrated. So I had to search. I had to look through. I had to look at ratings on movies that, hey, maybe I do think this one might be overrated. First of all, Jennifer's Body. I hate that movie.
Oh, I haven't seen it with Megan Fox.
Yeah, Megan Fox, Amanda Seyfried. I don't like any of them as an actor. They're horrible. Both suck. The movie's not good. I tried to rewatch it because I don't remember it. It's still trash. But my big overrated is Warm Bodies.
Ooh, the zombie one with Nicholas Hoult.
It's weird that I'm going to pick a zombie movie.
And Amber Heard. Whoa, this guy. Rob Corddry's in this. He plays the zombie best buddy.
Is Amber Heard in that movie?
Amber Heard's the love interest. I thought. I don't know. I thought she was. Maybe not.
Now I got to look it up again because I thought it was Teresa Palmer.
Oh, you know what? You're right. It is Teresa Palmer.
Oh.
You're right.
Well, then I don't need to look it up. The movie got 81%.
Whoa.
I like the movie, but I was like, this might have to be it. I don't think it's worthy of being that high on my list. 60s. I definitely don't want it to be a rotten. It's not a bad movie by any means. But I didn't think it was 81%.
Right. That's really high.
Yeah. I mean, some of my other movies, they deserve it.
I like the dynamic of it. Secretly, his name's R, and he meets a girl whose name's J. Turns out her name's Juliet, and his name was Romeo, and that kind of sneaky Shakespearean deal and having his side not fight the other side. I get it. Neat idea. Fun movie. Nice twist on zombies, which at the time oversaturated with zombies, right? Walking Dead TV show, movies.
Undersaturated.
Undersaturated. Nobody says that, by the way. They should say that more. But 80% is too high. I mean, a 60% on a Halloween movie is staggeringly high. Look at Idle Hands. It was at 15.
Look at Idle Hands.
Look at it.
It's not a surprise. It's 50. It's about a possessed hand. But yeah, it's a good movie and all. I just had a hard time picking an overrated. I thought about going a lot of Tim Burton on this one too.
Yeah.
Ride, I don't really love as much as people do.
So I'm out here to make enemies today.
Okay.
I'm out here to make enemies, and I shouldn't be, but I am. I too had a problem with overrated, couldn't figure out one. And so I went after the throat because this movie is brought up all the time. I just watched it. I enjoyed watching it. But for some reason, this is the absolute epitome of Halloween movies, and that's Hocus Pocus.
Oh, you are going for the throat.
I'm going for the throat. Hocus Pocus.
Podcast.
Hocus Pocus. No, wait. Hocus Pocus has its own section at every spirit. And I'm not saying it's a bad movie by any means. I enjoy Hocus Pocus. It is cheesy, dumb fun with Barbra Streisand singing. The witches are riding a vacuum cleaner. They're making a sequel. A lot of the movies we're going to be talking about today are having sequels coming out soon. A lot of them. That being said, it's overrated. I'm surprised. This should be like where Idle Hands is. They should both be like, remember that crazy old movie that we really liked? Yeah. Instead, every person of every age has watched this movie. It's very surprising. The cat's name is Thackeray. Clearly, it should have been Zachary. Thackeray Pink. Where is that?
Last night. The night before. I love it. Sarah Jessica Parker. In that movie, you talked about making the video of you hitting puberty.
There is my twilight.
That might be my moment.
Dude, she's awesome. She's so funny. I think that's my favorite movie she's ever done.
Well, I mean, what else has she done?
Dude, right?
All right then.
She's awesome in this. I think it's so funny. Even the bullies, they recently had a reconnection of a bunch of the actors that came by and hung out, and even the bully showed up, and that guy still had the great laugh. And the guy goes, "My name's Ice," on the back of his head. Dude, so funny. But I'm not saying this is a bad movie. I enjoy this movie. But it is the Halloween movie. I mean, I think
it's overrated.
I'm overrated.
You rate it as high as Flickster does.
How high does Flickster rate it?
They give it a whopping 38.
That's so low. It ruins my argument.
I knew that one was low. When you said it, I was like, I get where he's coming from. It's a huge movie. My wife just went to Disney. That's a big thing over there. But to me, I love it. I absolutely love it.
If I get trashed over saying it's overrated, it's kind of what I'm going for because I do like this movie.
Well, to be fair, you should get trashed no matter what.
Mind your business.
Trashed, do some stand-up.
Relax. But I like this movie a lot. But it is like if you talk to people about Halloween, their first thought is Hocus Pocus movies. I took a video of me watching it, posted it. I got like 44 people saying it's my favorite. And I go, okay, then I have to talk about it because clearly it's beloved.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely a fan favorite, cult classic. I guess
it's a cult classic, right?
Cult classic, not a high-rated movie.
And Idle Hands should be there, all right? Idle Hands should be the.
You ain't wrong. Hey, you just won your argument. I probably will choose Idle Hands over Hocus Pocus. You give me an opportunity. Which one you getting rid of? I might say Hocus Pocus.
Dude, absolutely.
That son bitch.
Dude, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, no one's seen, but everyone watches Hocus Pocus even though they're 3 years old. It's ridiculous.
But that is dumb, stupid comedy that I love.
Yeah, it's funny. No, it's good. I put a spell on. I was reading up on Hocus Pocus too. That was in developmental hell forever. DiCaprio was offered the part to play the Thackeray Binks when he was a kid, and he turned it down. What does he know? And
his career would have been so much better if he didn't turn down that class.
Dude, for sure. He would have been more Leo DiCaprio.
He probably would have had 2 Oscars.
Well, he was in Critters 3, so I think he made the correct choice.
Critters 3? Oh, Critters 3.
Absolutely. Oh, by the way, guys, thanks for your comments. We appreciate you. Go ahead and comment some of your favorite Halloween movies, and me and Brandon will talk about them if we have not talked about them.
We'll be talking about Halloween movies all month.
All month?
Rest of the year.
You brought up Freaky. I want to throw this one out here, which I don't think is on our favorites or least favorites, but it was one that is my brother's favorite. I talked to him a little bit, and he goes, "We're going to do the classic?" And I was just like, "Well, what's your classic?" He goes, Army of Darkness. Chainsaw for a hand, shotgun.
Yeah, I watched this on my flight to Florida.
Dude.
Fucking loved it.
You want to talk about movies that if you show someone now that has never heard of it, they're like, I don't get it. And I go, what do you mean? And they're like, what's happening? I go, I don't think I should have to explain this. It's just amazing. And they're like, yeah, it's really not. I go, you shut your mouth. But it is hard. If you did not grow up on it and love Bruce Campbell, it is a weird niche kind of movie. But I love it.
Spot is Hocus Pocus. It's a cult classic.
Yeah. Oh, dude. My boomstick, I did that as my monologue, and I got a part in a play when I was in high school.
I still remember watching him fight the little microscopic ashes.
Oh, so good.
I remember that from the first time I watched it as a kid. I don't know why, because he pours hot water down his throat.
Yeah. I can't remember what he says. He gets like, "How you doing there, boys? I want some coffee." And he pours it in his own mouth. You hear him screaming in his stomach.
Oh, it's a dumb movie. It's super dumb. Lot like Idle Hands. Dumb fun.
Yeah.
Just you cannot take that movie serious. It's about a dude who time travels to the past. He's pretty much in Game of Thrones world.
I'll tell you this too. If you need to watch this movie at least once if you haven't, because this movie has a lot of things in pop culture that people use all the time. Klaatu, Vratu, where he's trying to say the spell right and he messes it up. Like they mention that in a lot of movies and shows. It's super funny. Plus, Bruce Campbell's amazing.
He is. Steven saying Trick or Treat. I want to say he's wrong.
Trick or Treat. Okay. That's another cult classic that didn't make that much money.
He talked it up so much because we're friends. Him and I, we're acquaintances.
Never met him.
Ish. He talked it up. I watched the movie. I don't know if even if he didn't talk it up, I would have walked out of like, that's a good movie. Because it's not that good. Not that.
I
the third one. You're dumb, Steven.
I liked it. I thought Trick or Treat is fun. I thought the pumpkin head or whatever with the bit lollipop, that costume's going to be around for another 15 years. But it's more like a movie anthology where it shows like 4 or 5 stories at once and they all kind of like intertwine.
It's like Crash for Halloween.
Oh, don't. Oh my God. What a monster you are. Trying to make them lose money somehow?
That's right. The best part about Child's Play is the Ice Nine Kills song. Just saying.
By the way,
Ice Nine Kills is go look them up. It's fucking awesome.
I just saw a trailer for this. I think on the Sci-Fi Channel, they're making a Child's Play TV show, which is here we go.
They'll do anything.
Sharktopus, now Child's Play.
Weird as shit. They're the reason Sharknado's a thing.
I love it. You made me watch those movies. Now I can't turn them off. If there's one on, I get really excited. They're really terrible.
They're so bad.
They're really
not
bad.
even like so bad they're good. It's just so bad.
I don't want to derail too much, but I did want to ask you. You got Halloween plans? Are you going to got any costume parties or hanging out the house, doing decorating your yard or something? What you up to?
I'm going this weekend to Universal Studios again.
What?
So I went to Florida.
Yeah?
Now I'm flying in Saturday night. We're headed straight there to Universal in California. And then as soon as we're done, we're headed back to the airport.
Wow.
And flying our asses home.
Well, that sounds awesome. Hollywood Horror Nights?
What?
Is it the Hollywood Horror Nights deal or?
Yeah, the Halloween Horror Nights. I love them. Halloween. They actually had a Beetlejuice house in Orlando. It was fucking awesome. A lot like the movie. This one they have. I'm a sucker for Michael Myers. They have a Halloween 4 haunted house. And so I was like, all right, it's been a minute since I've seen that one. I'll rewatch it. When I was done, I was like, so why this one? Why not any other Halloween?
I don't.
Yeah.
They all kind of mixed together for me. I watched them all one year for this podcast, and I remember watching them going like, this is way different than I thought. I was very surprised.
And they get weird because the new ones, they don't follow any other one except the first one.
Yeah.
And then you have Rob Zombie's take on Halloween. So it just gets weird. And when I have to explain it to my wife all the time, especially when we watch, because she hasn't seen them all. When we watch like the 4th and 5th and all those other ones, if we ever do watch past the 5th one.
Well, I was going to say, I never really got into horror movies. You got me into them a little bit. My ex loved them. Watching them. I could leave the room for 10 minutes and I come back and she's like, okay, I'll explain what happened. I go, there's no need. You're fine. One of the guys is wearing a bug mask and he has bloody hedge clippers. I'll figure it out. I don't think I'll be lost on this.
Well, then I'm excited to hear your top 5 horror movies of the last 5 years next week. Because that's what we're talking about.
Next week, top 5 and 5.
What are your Halloween plans, buddy? You dressing up? I hear you're dressing up.
Yeah, I've got I got 3 costume parties, which is fun to do because, last year, COVID, there was not really too much fun stuff. So I've got some fun costume stuff we'll be doing. I got a kind of like a club, not a club, like a bar dance area that I always go to that's got a costume party. And I got like 2 house parties. So I'll be going as Beetlejuice. Yeah, what's up, guy? Hey, come on now. What are you doing? Come on. But I'm excited for Halloween. Halloween's my favorite. I love it.
I love it. I'm going to Utah, visit my family.
Oh,
and we're going to do some Halloween stuff with my mom.
Perfect. I'll see you there. Hey everybody, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back after thanking our sponsor, The Buzz. We get into our least favorite, our most favorite, and some other movies about Halloween to get us in the spirit to go. We'll be right back. No, it's a trick. Get an axe. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Halloween Town. Population, the mayor's over here, huh?
Me, I'm the mayor. I'm the bad guy. Seriously, within 2 minutes of seeing him, not even 2 minutes. As soon as he popped on screen, I looked at my wife. I'm like, he's the villain. She's like, what? I was like, he's the villain. And I'm like, first of all, look at him. He looks like a sleazeball.
His hair's curly and he has black hair. Villain.
He reminds me of Danny, and Danny's a piece of shit.
Yeah. So anyways, we're going to be talking about some of our favorite Halloween movies, some of our least favorites, and I got some honorable mentions here, and I don't think these are going to jump into your categories. We appreciate you guys watching.
3 bests, just so you know.
Holy shit. Okay, then hold on. I want to appreciate everyone here who's watching and commenting, giving us likes and shares. You're helping us out a bunch. We appreciate you a lot. But I want to jump into this old classic, which I saw. They're doing Halloween movies like every hour on TV. Like, as soon as it turned October 1st, they're like, buckle up. This one came on that I hadn't seen in forever, and it goes by the name of Gremlins.
Okay. That one's not anywhere on any of my list.
I didn't think it
is overrated.
Dude, I forgot about it. But, dude, Gizmo, Mogwais, Steven Spielberg, Hulk Hogan does a thing where he yells at the Gremlins.
Oh, fuck. I forgot. It's Steven Spielberg movie.
Yeah.
Wrong with Spielberg.
I wanted to mention this. A lot of people forget about it, but you always make jokes. Don't feed that guy after midnight. Like, you always make these dumb references to these things. Gremlins is fun. The second one is banana sauce crazy. Like, they have one that turns into electricity, one that can, dude, it's crazy. They have one that's just a girl. Its whole character is it's a girl.
I do. I see that one a lot.
Dude, like, what happened in that writing room? They just go, yes, and yes. What's your idea? Yes. Yes. Also, yes. Like, it's crazy.
Peacock has Peacocktober, where you can watch all of the Halloween episodes on TV, like The Office, Parks and Rec, and my favorite one, Roseanne.
Ooh. Okay. Good call on Roseanne. Roseanne had the best Halloween episodes. I could watch just the Halloween episodes of Roseanne, and they are all amazing.
It's funny. I used to watch Roseanne. I don't remember any episode, not one, of Roseanne. I remember all of the Office Halloween episodes.
Yeah.
But I love The Office. This is one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
So good call, Steve. Thank you for that.
Attaboy, Steven. Check us out. Yeah, I just wanted to bring up Gremlins real quick, though, because I saw it. It made me laugh. It was a movie I completely forgot about.
That's fair. All right, we get into worst? I'm excited for this.
Let's get into worst, man. Let's get into some worst of our fun, spooky, spooktacular Halloween ones. You go first. What is your worst Halloween ones? Or do you have slashes?
No, I have one, but it's a lot.
Okay.
I went for spoofs. And I was like, a lot of them are spoofs that I like. So, any scary movie past Scary Movie 2 sucks. All of them.
Okay.
They actually make me like the first two less.
Okay.
Haunted House. Same thing. Marlon Wayans.
Oh, Haunted House.
Okay. Vampires suck. Those ones that fall in that kind of category.
Yeah.
They're the worst fucking movies. I hate them. I absolutely hate those movies. Scary Movie was great. And it just unleashed all these shitty spoof movies. Like epic movie and disaster movie. I don't know. Just fucking, I hate all those movies. I fucking hate them.
So your worst is all the spoofs that are bad.
Yeah. Like pretty much all the the New Day spoofs. Like we talked about Freaky, it's a classic twist.
So good.
These aren't classic twists. They're just straight making fun of them. Obviously, I don't mind negativity. I'm good at it. I like positivity. I'm good at that too, surprisingly. These movies just suck. Surprisingly, I don't show it on here. I'm a positive motherfucker. They're seriously some of my least favorite movies. I didn't hesitate to put them on here. I tried to find something that maybe I could put there as a slash just to make it more interesting. No. Well,
I was going to say there's definitely different sides of it, right? Like you can say a spoof movie's bad, but if you say Killer Clowns from Outer Space, like you're like, hey, that was cheesy. You're like, yeah, that's kind of the point. It's like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Like you're like, it was dumb. You're like, it's supposed to be dumb. But if a spoof
that movie again, I haven't seen it since I was a kid. And I loved it as a kid.
The Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Dude, when he makes a shadow puppet of a T-Rex and it bites the person in half.
Did they turn someone into cotton candy?
The ones for me that are bad are the ones that try to, because I love all Halloween movies. I love them all. The ones that try to make a quick buck, that bug me. Oh, Steven beat me to it. Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy, to me, is a fun, family-friendly movie that they made about an amusement park ride because Pirates of the Caribbean.
I love that ride, though.
It's a good ride. It's fun. The movie, though, is bad, and it sucks because Eddie Murphy's not talentless. And, you know, if they would try, they could have made a... Come on, man. Delirious Raw? Don't start this.
First of all, you didn't start with Shrek, and that's your first problem.
Yeah, but for me, Haunted Mansion, those kinds of movies where they're just jumping in on money. They're doing quick money grabs. Like, hey, they'll pay for this. I hate those kinds of movies where it's just easy, quick, and they don't really care. It's not creepy or fun. Like Frighteners is a great one. Frighteners is a fun, scary movie. They don't really know what they want to do in that one. Michael J. Fox is awesome in it. And they took the time and wrote a good story. Like Haunted Mansion, I really didn't care for. The acting was terrible.
That's fair. I love the ride. To be honest, I've never seen the movie. Never had a desire. Even after the ride, I like the ride. I can't do roller coasters. I'm a pussy. That's as brave as I get.
Well, I would highly recommend. I mean, it's funny. Like I was looking through a couple of these, like Leprechaun. I think Jennifer Aniston was in Leprechaun, if I'm not mistaken, the first one. Like those movies are bad, but you just laugh at them. Like, you know, you don't get mad at it. I got mad at Haunted Mansion. I was just like,
I got mad at all my spoof movies. They fucking suck.
What are you doing over here? Why?
I want to add something to my overrated real quick.
Get it.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Just had to outdo me, huh? Just had to outdo me?
You brought up Haunted Mansion.
Yep.
During Halloween, they actually turn that in to Nightmare.
Okay.
So they take out a horror movie to put a horror movie in. Or, sorry, a kid-friendly scary movie. To me, while I do really like Nightmare Before Christmas, and Oogie Boogie fucking makes that movie so much better.
So good.
The amount of love this movie gets is unprecedented. You say
it is crazy.
Name a Halloween movie. People name that one, I think, before Hocus Pocus. I name none of them, and I'll go for a Halloween movie that's actually a Halloween movie. Michael Myers. Halloween. Fucking Us. A Quiet Place. Nightmare Before Christmas. Watch a skeleton sing. Fuck yourself.
It's that same idea. I think it's a good movie. Yeah. It has cults around it. People dress as them every Halloween. They will forever. I'm not mad at that. It's the same vein as my Hocus Pocus, I think. Yeah. You don't think it's shitty, but you think it's just
for me.
Overhyped.
Exactly. Friday the 13th, like, is your worst or your best? Overrated? You're underrated? Good job, Steven. Fucking everybody.
Also, I want to tell you guys, if you're ever in the mood, if you really want to get in the horror movie mood, you need to go back long ways ago, and watch some of the classic monster movies. Watch The Blob. Watch Attack of Creature from the Black Lagoon. That shit is hilarious. Maybe get drunk or stoned before you do it. It's
you sold me,
dude. It's so funny.
Speaking of drunk, I'm trying a new alcohol today.
Go on.
Captain Morgan.
I've heard of it.
But he made a sliced apple rum. And I'm all for it.
They're trying to do like Crown Apple, but do it for Captain Morgan.
Everybody's jumping on that bandwagon, bro. That and coffee. Fucking, I saw Jaeger and Jack Daniels both had coffee flavors now. Cold brew.
Hey, by the way, this is Brandon will know this. I was at a football game watching football.
Okay, this sounds like a lie.
And my friend goes, "Hey, you want some of this delicious pumpkin beer?" I go, "Oh, pumpkin beer." He goes, "Yeah, it's really good." And I go, "Go ahead, have a sip." He goes, No, you can have it." I go, "No, you can have it." He goes, "No, I want you to try it." And I wait a little bit. I go, "I've had it. It's disgusting." And he goes, "Is it the worst?" And I go, "Yeah, it's really bad."
Our first ever episode that we recorded, we had pumpkin beer because it was Halloween time.
Halloween.
Like, let's bring in some Halloween to this. We'll drink some pumpkin. We both never had it. First of all, that episode ended up getting fucked up somehow. We redid it. I think we did Robin Williams first, and we redid it with someone else.
Yeah.
And a new alcohol. We were not putting ourselves through that shit again.
If you guys want to be hilarious at a party, buy just a 6-pack. And you can't miss the cans. There you have big orange pumpkins on them.
They're in displays everywhere right now.
They're everywhere. I guarantee you've never had a worse beer. It is. I had 3 sips. I gave it to my dad, who is a professional drinker, and he thinks he'll never retire. And he had a drink, and he's like, "Oh." I go, "Wait for the aftertaste." He goes, "Oh, how does the before taste? Not as bad as the aftertaste." I go, "I don't know." I go, "That's horrendous." And he didn't finish it. I started laughing. I go, "Don't waste beer." And he goes, "Fuck you, you drink it." And I go, "I can't. I really can't." It's
that's
bad.
Not beer, though.
No.
That's just god awful. That's like, because they say pumpkin is for like basic white girls, and then they say IPAs are for basic white dudes. It's like a couple just, oh, we need to combine our interests. Oh, and they made that, and now I hate them.
I hate them too. They're bad people. They're bad people.
But you know what I don't hate?
Oh,
I don't hate my bests of this category. Bro, what's the time, bro?
This guy's good. This guy is good.
That's right. I just dropped my pencil too. I'm gonna start it.
Let's go.
Zombieland.
Ooh, for your favorite. Your favorite. Okay.
Fucking love Zombieland.
All
Woody
right.
Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg, Emma Stone, Abigail Breslin, Bill Murray. Perfect. Bill Murray. Zombieland 2 is good. It could have been somewhere on my list, but I love the first one. Just the opening scene with Metallica, For Whom the Bell Tolls. Fucking gets me in the mood for that movie.
Running down the street, the stripper chasing the person?
That's right. She hits something. She crashes into someone with her car, and you just watch her fly out the window and hit the pavement in slow motion. Fucking love it.
Hey, rule number 4, cardio. The rules.
I love all the rules. I still make jokes like that when I'm running. Like, rule number 4, man. I'm dead in an apocalypse. God damn. I'm tired. I just ran to the driveway.
Yeah, no, that's true. If zombies could run, I'd be in deep trouble.
Dude, that's something I love is zombies running. That's one thing that scared me. The Walking Dead, I'm like, oh, you can just take them off one by one. But if they're fucking running at you, I'm like, bro, I ain't got cardio. I ain't got energy.
You're like, this is the end for us.
I'm out. Peace.
Single-handedly bringing back the Twinkies with Woody Harrelson.
I went and bought a box of Twinkies after I watched this movie.
Absolutely.
Not a fan.
I did that and I watched Garfield because it was one Bill Murray's One Regret.
I had seen that one before. I wasn't putting myself through.
I should have put, you're like, what's your least favorite Halloween movie? I go, Garfield 2, A Tale of Two Kitties.
Hey, I would have accepted it because I would have got that joke.
You're like, yeah.
The biggest regret. Garfield 2.
I'm surprised you didn't say Slender Man for the worst Halloween movie.
It's not Halloween comedy.
Okay.
Although it did make me laugh. But not because it meant to.
That's so funny.
Every now and then I'll watch a horror movie or a movie that's so bad, I laugh. My wife hates watching movies with me when that happens because I look at her and I was like, really? We watching?
I'm going to get into our favorites. Favorites was tough for me. I have a bunch of Halloween that I really like. There's so many that I'm into. There's so many that they are remaking or doing sequels of right now. Addams Family was high on my list. I really like Addams Family. The second one, Wednesday, was like one of the crush I had when she goes, hey, is your lemonade made with real lemons? She says, your Girl Scout cookies made with real Girl Scouts. Like, she just fucking has zingers.
Quick on her feet.
Ghostbusters, I almost had as my favorite. They have a sequel coming out next month, I believe, which looks fun. Paul Rudd's in it.
Isn't it this month? I don't know. That movie's been pushed back.
I think December.
I can't remember the dates anymore.
I know everything changes all the time. But mine, which I just watched and got in the mood, and I'm dressing as it for Halloween, I'm just gonna throw up a classic right here that I really enjoy, which is Beetlejuice. I love Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
I had Beetlejuice on my list, but I had to take it off because I kept thinking other ones I liked.
It's tough. It's a tough one. I love Beetlejuice. Michael Keaton, who's Batman, goes on to play this character who they say there's a sequel being made, but you don't really know. But Gina Davis, Alec Baldwin, a lot of great actors in this. I can't remember the name of the mom. She's awesome. She's Schitt's Creek. Yeah, she's awesome. And Winona Ryder back when she's a kid.
Stranger Things.
Yeah. I love Beetlejuice so much. It's such a Tim Burton loves to make it so the monsters are not really as evil as normal people are, which he does really well in this movie, like he does in all his movies.
Yeah, I debated on putting Tim Burton, like I said, as my overrated. This is the movie that really was like, I can't. I love Beetlejuice.
So much fun.
That haunted house. It was my favorite haunted house they had there, not because it was scary, but because it felt like you were walking through that little model table at times.
Dude. Oh, that's cool. I love that.
They had houses. They had, was it the Roach Motel?
Yeah.
Like they had that. You walk in a door and then neon lights. It said Roach Motel. I'm like, oh my fucking God, that's awesome.
There's a dance he does when he's just like, I was wondering if there's a place, for a strapping young lad like myself that could really cut a rug. And he looks over and he sees like the devil strip house, like whorehouse, and all the girls are there. And he starts like dancing over there as he walks across. He has spikes on his body. And I was watching it going like, God damn, dude, why did this guy do more weird comedies like this? He's fucking funny. And just never got into it.
He absolutely destroyed it. That's an iconic role. People were dressed up as Beetlejuice in like the haunted house. It was pretty cool. They did good impressions and shit, and they just joked around with the crowd and whatever. So
yeah,
I ain't mad at that pick.
Love Beetlejuice,
and I know you won't be mad at my next best.
Okay, go ahead.
Speaking of spoofs that I hate, this one's more of a homage, a tribute to zombie movies. It's Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, Shaun of the Dead.
I fucking love this movie. Anytime someone's got any resemblance of red to me, because I don't do good with colors.
Okay.
I always go, you got red on you. They don't get it. But it makes me laugh.
Shaun of the Dead's awesome. It's one of the first ones with the same idea. Zombies are everywhere in movies. And they go, I can make it a funny one. Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, one of the first collabs they did, and it turned into an awesome empire that we all still enjoy.
Yeah, they are such big fans of George A. Romero's that this was a tribute to him. And then I think it was Land of the Dead. They were actually zombies in that movie, and they were so pumped. And they were only zombies like 5 seconds, like chained up. But they were so happy to do it because they're big fans of his. Me too. George A. Romero's a beast.
Quick fun fact about Beetlejuice. Did you know who was supposed to play him? There's two people. Tim Burton wanted Sammy Davis Jr. to play Beetlejuice.
I didn't hear that one.
And the one they approached, which he turned down, was Arnold Schwarzenegger. They wanted him to play Beetlejuice.
I always thought that was a joke.
So he said no.
That's a joke.
He said it's a little too dark, and then I think he went on to do like Kindergarten. Oh no, Twins. That year he went on to do Twins, which was kind of more his humor, right? Kindergarten Cop and Twins. But I wish the multiverse, right? I want the multiverse to exist. I want to see Arnold Schwarzenegger as Beetlejuice. I want to see what that movie would have been like if that would have tanked his career because he didn't get the jokes. Like I wish I could see it.
I'm glad I didn't. I mean,
it's showtime.
Did you hear they're doing a sequel to Twins?
Are they?
Yeah, with Tracy Morgan.
Oh, I thought you were kidding.
New twin? No, it's a real thing.
Who's the other one?
Danny DeVito.
What?
Not Danny. It's got the original cast, but they added Tracy Morgan.
So they're having Schwarzenegger, it's DeVito, and then they're gonna have Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. So first of all, I don't like Tracy Morgan. I think he's hugely overrated in every aspect, comedy, acting.
How dare you? You don't even know what you're talking about.
I never liked him. Whenever he's in a movie, makes me significantly want to watch it less. When I saw he was in this, already not that interested in a 30-year remake or reboot or sequel.
No kidding.
God damn, they're not drawing me in with this one.
Let me tell you what's going to sell that movie. Danny DeVito. People love Danny DeVito.
I mean, do you blame him? That dude
beloved.
Make it look sexy. Next on my list.
Moss? All right.
Is it's a newer one. Love and Monsters.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, I know you can. Because it is. What is it? Nuclear. Oh, comets flying at the Earth. They send rockets to destroy them.
Right.
But all that nuclear waste comes down and just, pollutes the world. Fucking bugs are turning 80 times their size. They have killer cockroaches now, the size of a house. Giant frogs with long fucking 80 feet tongues.
I'll tell you the cool part about this movie that I liked. I mean, the premise is good. Michael Rooker's in it, who's Yondu and all this other stuff. But the part that I liked is it's all invertebrates, right? So that's all cold-blooded creatures are going to get it. So it's fish, right? Well, the ocean's full of fish, so you can't go to the water no more. Water's done. Bugs and reptiles, and you're like, damn, I didn't really think about it, but if there's a giant snail the size of your house, that's kind of a big fucking problem.
It'll just slither on by because they're friendly. But like those ones that you're afraid of, bro, you fucked. Ain't no one going to go fight a praying mantis. You're going to get your head chopped off. And you ain't going to get sex.
I might put that more as an underrated just because I don't think people have seen it as much. But I really like that movie too. Dylan O'Brien's in this, who I wasn't a huge fan of. I saw American Assassin. I thought he did a good job in that one. Also had Michael Keaton. Beetlejuice tie-in, baby. But yeah, check it out. Love and Monsters. Love the recommendation.
It was my underrated at one point, and then I realized I've watched this movie 4 times since I've seen it. Obviously, I love this movie. I need to reevaluate where it stands.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of my favorites. I truly recommend this movie to anybody who has not seen it. You're missing out on great shit. It's a love story too, so if you want to sell the old wife on it, the old lady.
I have a zombie recommendation for you, which I don't know if you've seen, and it's Dead Snow. Have you seen that movie with the Nazis? Okay. So there's a scene in it that I always think about with zombie movies. A zombie pops out of the snow, which they do a lot in that movie. And then bites his leg.
He's always like grabs their ankle first and then slowly comes out of the snow.
Yeah. So zombie bite. You know what you got to do? He cuts his leg off. He's like, oh, God. He has a tourniquet on there. He's like, Zombie comes out of the snow again. And he bites his other leg. And he's just like, you know what? We're just going to have to risk it. We don't know if it transmits this way or not. I'm not cutting off both my legs. And I was like, dude. I mean, if you're going off of just zombie logic and you don't know, it's the first time you see a zombie, you're like, I'm not cutting both my legs off. Let's not be ridiculous.
I'm going to throw my shot to, because I said Idle Hands. I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to do it to Love and Monsters because it's also overrated. Is one of my favorites.
It's a great one. Check out Love and Monsters. I would definitely say that for the underrateds. Freaky's another good one, which I think a lot of people haven't seen. On HBO Max, I think both of them might be there. I would check it out for sure. I
mean, if you have Steven's Voodoo, it's on there.
I will soon, Steven.
Cabin in the Woods. Steven just brought up that one. Speaking of Steven. Very good.
Dude, great comment. Great comment. A lot of people, it's a hate or love movie. I know a lot of people that haven't seen it. I love it.
You don't love it.
I love that movie. I think it's awesome. I think it's a great twist on the kind of it's like a spoof movie kind of too, but also scary movie. Chris Hemsworth's in there. Ladies, gentlemen, Me?
I was gonna say, not just ladies. I'm pretty into it. But watch Batman to the El Royale. You'll really like it.
Yeah, that's actually a good movie. I was surprised.
It is. I remember when we went and saw that movie in theaters, the lady giving us her popcorn was like, "Have you guys seen this movie yet?" No, obviously, I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah.
Do you like Quentin Tarantino? I'm like, I fucking love Quentin Tarantino. She's like, it's like he directed it. I was like, this bitch is making me have high hopes for this movie.
No, yeah, don't say that.
Get the little tie-in. It has Quentin Tarantino feel to it, but I mean, you definitely know it's not Quentin Tarantino.
Anyone that I try to talk into watching this, I would never say that because I feel like you're setting up the hopes too high. Like Tarantino, Tarantino's one of the best ever, so that's kind of crazy to say.
Another one, What We Do in the Shadows.
That is a one that I watch probably every year. Taika Waititi, who did Thor Ragnarok, really like that movie. The jokes in it are so stupid, but they're funny.
They made a TV show off of this. I think it has its 4th season coming out, and I like it. It's dumb, silly, bullshit fun.
I have a friend who's currently in a competition of winning an award for best writing new screenplay, and she wrote an episode for What We Do in the Shadows. And I read the screenplay. It was fucking funny. I was like, you get the jokes. Exactly. It's very well done. I like it when one of my favorite parts is he goes, the guy goes, why do you like virgin blood? He goes, well, wouldn't you enjoy a sandwich more if you had known that nobody had fucked it?
That is my favorite line of that movie.
I was like, fuck, man, this guy's so good.
They're going to do a spin-off based on the werewolves of that movie.
That's so funny. Yeah, Werewolves Not Swearwolves. What's the title? They had a funny title. I think it was like Werewolves, but it was like WHERE Wolves or something like that.
Maybe. And another one I'm going to bring up is Happy Death Day 1 and 2.
Good call. She's
stuck in the same day where she gets murdered. It's good fun. It's another twist on a classic spin on a movie, classic. Or you know what I'm trying to say.
Well, I was going to say, so like the first Ghostbusters was a good movie because it took the idea of an exorcist and they made it about like blue collar shirt guys trying to make money off of it. It's a fun movie. Bill Murray's in it. Dan Aykroyd, they're making a sequel about it. This movie's good because they took the thought of Groundhog Day and they turned it into a horror movie. A time loop movie that's a horror movie. Awesome idea. So cool.
Yeah, and I thought it sucked. Blumhouse, they're hit or miss. They're either really
hit and miss,
or they're just like, hey, we did Paradise Island.
Dude, both, by the way. Happy Death Day 1 and 2. I thought the second one might suck. Not bad. Yeah.
I was nervous to watch it. I loved it. Tremors? Come on.
Don't even start with me, Tremors. Tremors is one of my... That's the movie I'm going to watch every time I'm in a hotel and it's on.
Great goddamn movie.
So good.
This is the end with James Franco.
Graboids! That's what we'll call them.
Yeah, I love Tremors as a kid. It's been a minute since I've seen it, but I can't watch every movie repeatedly, especially when Idle Hands is on the table.
That's right. Tell you, my hands ain't idle when that movie's on.
It's true. This is the end. James Franco, Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill, Craig Robinson, all those people, Channing Tatum, all those people.
I like you mentioned Channing Tatum. He's just like a bondage BDSM boy. But yeah.
In my mind.
Emma Watson.
Riri. My girl. I don't know if it quite fall in this category, but it's not the end of the world with 18 stoners in it.
I don't know if this is fits it, but it is a good movie and it's dumb. Like James Franco, Dan McBride, their relationship's awesome in this. Was it Jay Baruchel? Is that the name of the?
Yeah, he's
Gestured It All of Me. That guy who stars in it.
Work on that impression.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Anytime. I see him on TikTok for some reason. It's just like him eating lunch. I was like, you don't understand how this app works.
To be fair, you don't need to do much if you're famous to get likes and views.
Yeah, he's like, look, I'm eating a sandwich. You're like, good job. I mean,
although I love watching the very few videos Ryan Reynolds posts, I'm here for it. Post
well,
more.
his are great. This is why.
Speaking of Ryan Reynolds, Voices.
Voices.
Oh,
Voices. That's a weird one. I wouldn't put that in this category because that's a pretty dark movie.
So?
Okay.
Doesn't mean dark humor is a thing, bro.
When he doesn't take his meds and he realizes all of the slaughtering he's been doing.
I love that movie. I didn't know if it followed in this category either, or else it probably would have been on my underrated. It's a good movie, though. Definitely go check it out. Voices, Ryan Reynolds, Anna Kendrick, a bunch of other people. Can't remember the top of my head.
Yeah. American
Psycho, I didn't know if would fall under this category either.
No, I would say this is probably like more of a slasher.
Me too.
But I mean, plus it's dark as fuck.
Murders Jared Leto. Also, I love Ice Nine Kills song of that. Yeah, seriously, go listen to Ice Nine Kills.
Huey Lewis in the News. I remember him putting that on there. Funny thing about this, he said to get in his killer mood, he practiced being Tom Cruise. That's who he's
creepy and not a great actor.
He said I saw him on the Oprah thing dancing on the couch, and he goes, "Yeah, I got it. I know how to be."
I gotta be psychotic. Fuck what?
So funny.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited for this month.
Dude, this is gonna be an awesome month. Do you have any more you want to throw in here right before we start hitting the road here?
Ice Nine Kills. If I haven't brought them up, go listen to them on Spotify.
Okay.
They're not advertising this. I'm just obsessed with binge listening to their music. And they base their couple last CDs off of horror movies. They have It's, Halloween, their newer ones, Resident Evil. They just did Chucky, American Psycho with
nice
Papa Roach singer, and he murders him in the video, and it's hilarious. And I love it. That's the only thing I have to mention.
Well, awesome. I'm excited too. October is one of my favorite months to be doing this podcast as well. Tune in next week. We're doing our top 5 in the last 5 years for Halloween movies that we've loved that have come out recently. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And if you have a movie that you're like, how could you have left out Air Bud 5, Attorney at Paw, whatever it is for you, just let us know in the comments below. And we will see you guys next week.
Go try my new alcohol.
How fresh are they?